Welcome back to Boni's Life, your home for the most advanced and insightful analysis of the crypto universe. As we close out 2025, we're taking a deep dive month by month into the historical data that shaped this incredible year. Today, we're rewinding to August 2025, a month that will be remembered as a pivotal turning point in the crypto market. A month of explosive volatility, shocking twists, and the undeniable maturation of the digital asset space. So buckle up, because we're about to dissect the events that moved the markets, the assets that skyrocketed and plummeted, and the projections we made right here on this channel that could have made you a fortune. August 2025 was a month of stark contrasts. While the summer typically brings a lull to the markets, this August was anything but sleepy. We saw a dramatic return of volatility, with Bitcoin's 30-day volatility hitting 40%, its highest since May of this year, and Ethereum's volatility skyrocketing to an astonishing 90%, a level we hadn't seen since the aftermath of the yen crash in September 2024. This turbulence was a clear indicator that something significant was brewing beneath the surface. The correlation between the crypto market and traditional markets also tightened, with the market vector smart contract leaders index reaching a 0.73 correlation with the S&P 500, the highest since April 2025. This increasing correlation signaled a growing integration of crypto into the global financial system, a theme that would play out throughout the rest of the year. For Bitcoin, August was a month of consolidation and a slight downturn, despite hitting a new all-time high of $124,128 on August 14th. The month started with Bitcoin trading around $113,231, but it ended the month with a 6.4% to 7% loss, closing around $112,000. This dip was largely triggered by a massive sell-off from a single whale who dumped 8,000 BTC in just 20 minutes on August 24th. This event, which we'll dissect in more detail later, sent shockwaves through the market and highlighted the lingering vulnerability of Bitcoin to large concentrated holders. However, despite this short-term dip, the long-term outlook for Bitcoin remained incredibly bullish. The narrative of institutional adoption was gaining momentum, with corporations and funds steadily increasing their Bitcoin holdings. The United States was even exploring budget-neutral ways to expand its Bitcoin reserves, a move that could have profound implications for the future of money. While Bitcoin took a breather, Ethereum was the undisputed star of August. The second largest cryptocurrency by market cap went on an absolute tear, starting the month around $4,000 and surging to a new all-time high of $4,948 on August 24th. This represented a staggering 18% to 24% gain for the month. So, what fueled this explosive growth? A perfect storm of factors. First, Ethereum was relatively undervalued compared to Bitcoin, making it an attractive alternative for investors who had missed the initial Bitcoin rally. Second, a legislative package signed by the Trump administration at the end of July provided a significant boost to the DeFi ecosystem, with Ethereum as its primary beneficiary. This led to a surge in inflows into Ethereum-based ETFs, with a staggering $4 billion flowing into these products in August, while Bitcoin ETFs saw outflows of $600 million. This divergence in ETF flows was a rare event, and it signaled a major shift in investor sentiment towards Ethereum. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. What if you had invested $100 in a spot position at the beginning of August? Well, if you had put your money in Bitcoin, you would have ended the month with a slight loss of around $6 to $7. However, if you had invested in Ethereum, your $100 would have grown to between $118 and $124. And if you had backed Solana, another top performer in August, your $100 would have turned into $115. This just goes to show the importance of diversification and staying on top of the ever-changing crypto landscape. The opportunities to generate significant returns are always there, but you need to know where to look. The crypto market doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's deeply intertwined with the global economic and political landscape. And in August 2025, several key events sent ripples through the crypto world. The month began with the announcement of new tariffs by the Trump administration, which caused a brief slide in the crypto market. However, a federal court later ruled that most of these tariffs were illegal, providing some relief to the markets. The most significant event, however, was the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, where Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell signaled a potential shift in monetary policy. With weak July employment data and concerns about the impact of tariffs, Powell hinted at the possibility of interest rate cuts as soon as September. This news was a major catalyst for the market, as lower interest rates make riskier assets like cryptocurrencies more attractive to investors. From a technical perspective, August was a fascinating month. Bitcoin broke its downtrend after a strong rally, but it struggled to maintain its momentum. Ethereum, on the other hand, broke above its yearly moving average, a strong bullish signal. The ETH-BTC ratio, a key indicator of the relative strength of the two assets, rebounded to its highest level since September 2024. This, combined with the rare divergence in ETF flows, pointed to a significant shift in market dynamics. Fundamentally, the narrative of institutional adoption and the growing utility of DeFi protocols were the main drivers of the market. The increasing number of corporations adding Bitcoin and Ethereum to their balance sheets, the growth of the stablecoin supply to $276 billion, and the 11% month-over-month increase in total value locked in DeFi all pointed to a maturing market with real-world use cases. Here at Boni's Life, we pride ourselves on providing you with the most accurate and actionable insights, and in August, we were right on the money. We called the Ethereum breakout, highlighting its relative undervaluation and the potential impact of the DeFi legislative package. We also identified the growing trend of institutional adoption and the increasing correlation between crypto and traditional markets. Our analysis of the ETH/BTC ratio also proved to be prescient, as we correctly predicted a shift in favor of Ethereum. We hope that our insights helped you navigate the turbulent waters of August and capitalize on the incredible opportunities that the market presented. August 2025 was a month that set the stage for the rest of the year. The trends that emerged in August, the rise of Ethereum, the growing institutional adoption, and the increasing influence of macroeconomic factors would continue to shape the market in the months to come. The crypto market was no longer a niche asset class for tech enthusiasts. It was a global phenomenon, a force to be reckoned with. And as we'll see in our upcoming episodes, the rest of 2025 would be just as exciting, just as volatile, and just as full of opportunities for those who were paying attention. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive into August 2025. I hope you found this analysis valuable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode where we'll be dissecting the events of September 2025. And as always, remember to do your own research and invest wisely. This is Boni, signing off.